Just checking on you physically. You doing okay? Are you alright? Chewy.
Are you willing to perform these exercises?
Whatever you want me to do, sir.
You've been in my shoes numerous times.
Whatever.
So stop playing the charade and answer the question.
There's no charade, sir.
This is in retaliation to me allegedly trying to talk to Jordan Capela's girlfriend.
Cop caught arresting enemy for no reason gets fired. The police world is a notorious murky one. When we're little, we learn that all police officers are heroes who go out of their way to protect their citizens. But time and time again, we see that's not true. Some are good, some are terrible, and some are right in the middle. In November 2022, a Florida state trooper named Jordan Capela arrested another cop. It was a small charge, but within an hour, he dug himself deeper and deeper until he ended his career. Let's explore this outrageous incident in the context of creepy, crooked cops. It was 2:30 a.m. on November 27, 2022, and Jordan Capela had stopped at the Wawa gas station in Palm Coast. That's when he and his partner noticed a truck parked over the line of a handicap spot in front of the main entrance to the convenience store. Jordan figured he needed to speak to the owner of the vehicle and ask if he had a handicap plaque. The owner was Austin Tuning. On September 26th of that year, just 2 months before, he'd been hired by the Holly Hill Police Department in Volusia County, Florida. Before that, he was a Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputy, and he'd even won an Officer of the Year award back in 2019. Now, he was on probation with the Holly Hill Police, as he'd only been on the job a couple of months.
Come stand over here for me. Come stand over here for me. No, come stand over here for me.
Already gauging what was happening, Austin asked Jordan to turn off the dash cam of his police car. Of course, that would have protected him in case something went wrong, as Jordan would have no video record to prove it. But Jordan denied his request and left no room for negotiation. As you'll find out, he knew Austin was a cop, and actually, he knew him quite well.
Do you have diabetes or epilepsy?
No, sir.
Any injuries that prevent you from performing these
No,
exercises?
sir. I had a knee surgery on my right knee
How long ago?
about 15 years ago.
Jordan is checking if Austin is able to take a sobriety test. In other words, are there other factors apart from alcohol that would prevent him from walking in a straight line?
Do you have any issues walking, talking?
Yes, sir. I take blood pressure medication and antidepressant medication.
No defect you walking, talking,
Yes, sir.
listening, learning new things?
Yes, sir.
From the get-go, there was odd energy between the two. Austin seemed a little defiant, and Jordan seemed even more apprehensive, as if Austin was a sworn enemy.
Are you willing to perform these exercises?
Whatever you want me to do, sir.
You've been in my shoes numerous times.
Whatever.
So stop playing the charade and answer the question.
There's no charade, sir. I'm providing you an answer. Whatever you need to comply with whatever orders we are providing you with, I'll gladly perform.
Your sobriety exercises are voluntary.
According to your driver's license, it's not voluntary. So.
Charade or not, it was clear Austin knew the law, and he was happy to read it back to Jordan as a sort of a defense mechanism. He was in a vulnerable position, potentially getting arrested for driving under the influence, so he wanted to kick back with all he had.
I'm asking you whatever you need to perform, I'll tell you.
Jordan was right here. Taking a field sobriety test is voluntary. In fact, attorneys recommend you refuse to take one if you have the option and are caught under these circumstances. But, well, better not drink and drive.
Put your feet together, hands down by your
Yes, sir.
side. Face me. We're not going to walk the line yet.
Yes, sir.
Keep your arms down by your side.
Yes, sir.
You want any contact?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Follow the pen with your eyes and your eyes only. Don't move your body. Don't move your
Yes, sir.
Keep your arms down by your side. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Ready to begin?
Yes, sir.
Austin knows he's being recorded as he's performing the whole series of sobriety tests. This will not sit well with the Holly Hill Police Department, and he knows it. Jordan also knew it by the end of the sobriety test. He was pretty certain Austin was drunk, and since he'd been reading the law back to Jordan, Jordan figured he'd do the same thing now.
How long have you been working with someone with a...
The last 2 months, sir.
How long have you been a cop?
Previously.
And what do you do with people who are impaired?
I have called MRI, and I have Don't DUI investigation, sir.
These were casual questions, but they were also meant to highlight something. Austin had previous experience on the other side of the law, dealing with DUI cases. He'd even made DUI arrests. So why was he drunk driving now, while on probation with the police department? After doing the field sobriety test, Austin pleaded with Jordan to allow him a phone call, but this request was also denied.
Put your knees behind your back. You're under arrest for DUI. Relax. Relax your arms. Chewy, relax your arms.
It wasn't that he wasn't relaxed, not that anyone would be super chill while getting handcuffed, but Austin was simply big, and his arms couldn't stretch that well behind his back.
In my car, on my spotlight, there's an extra set of handcuffs. Relax your arms.
In cases like this, 2 linked pairs of handcuffs are used in order to avoid shoulder injury. The next step in this investigation was for Austin to provide a breath sample, but that was also his choice.
Do you want to provide a breath sample? No? I'm going to read you implied consent, but you know what using a breath sample is.
After Austin was searched for weapons and other dangerous objects, he was placed into the police car. As he waited, Justin and the female officer searched his truck. But Austin didn't wait quietly. In fact, the bombshell statements were just about to start.
This is in retaliation to me allegedly trying to talk to Jordan Capela's girlfriend, which is not true. And by talk to, I mean engage in some sort of relationship status with, which is not true.
It's worth noting a few things here. 1. Austin is addressing the camera inside the police car. As a cop himself, he knows there are cameras and microphones in police vehicles, and he takes the opportunity to talk to whatever officer will investigate this case. 2. This is Austin's defense. Some time ago, Jordan became convinced that Austin had flirted with his girlfriend. It's unclear whether this actually happened or not. What did happen was that Jordan threatened to F him up if he didn't back off. This was a highly personal matter that put Jordan in the wrong light too. Turns out, he wasn't a hero either. And if Jordan arrested Austin based on animosity and personal history, that wouldn't look good for him either.
I know that this is recorded, and I just want the videos to reflect that.
So by the time Jordan got back to the police car, in Austin's mind, this was war.
Just checking on you physically. You doing okay? Are you all right? Chewy. I'm going to ask you again when we get there. Are you going to provide a breath sample? Yes or no?
You have to read implied consent.
Okay.
After a 20-minute observation period.
I understand how to do my job, Chewy.
I'm not saying you don't know how to do your job, sir. Are you a certified drug recognition expert?
Oh, yeah. Are you?
No, sir.
How is that relevant?
Just simple questions, sir.
It almost sounded like 2 schoolboys comparing their grades in the schoolyard.
Are you a red? That's not fair.
Yes, sir, I am.
You are?
Yes, sir. My certification's expired over a year, but I have taken a course for it.
However, Jordan didn't ask this question to shame him or put him under the spotlight. By being a breath test operator, Austin knew the proceedings of a DUI investigation. This meant that he knew the next steps, even though he tried to defer taking the breath test. If he was indeed drunk, Austin was probably buying himself time. The only way to get alcohol out of your system is time. It takes about 1 hour to metabolize 1 regular drink. Of course, it depends on how strong the drink is, and there are so many factors to take into consideration: age, weight, alcohol tolerance, you name it. But if Austin could delay taking the breath test by an hour, he had a better chance of not getting charged with the DUI. However, it was a tad too late for him to do this. Just watch the footage from the field sobriety test. Yet Austin behaves almost as if he forgot he failed the field sobriety test. Inside the police car on the way to the station, he continues to attack Jordan with the personal matter.
Are you certain this is not retaliation to me talking to allegedly done? Which is your girlfriend, allegedly?
It's irrelevant. You get attacked.
I just want to make sure.
Jordan insists that the DUI arrest has nothing to do with the personal issue. However, Austin pushes the limits.
I just want to make sure that the previous message you sent me was that if I had any further communication with your ex or whatever circumstances with your girlfriend, that you would quote me up. Because I haven't, and I blocked you and your girlfriend or whatever significant other you wish to call herself on any social media that I have.
That is irrelevant.
No, I understand that, sir, but I just want to make sure that it's notated that that's what you forwarded to me on a previous social media things.
Yeah. That issue is personal. This issue is not professional.
Okay. It's kind of hard to dictate too.
Say what?
I wonder what Jordan would have said to Austin if they weren't recorded that night. If he was the kind of person to threaten to F someone up, then maybe things would have gone a whole other way. But Jordan was on duty that night, and he knew his job was on the line if he did something stupid. Interestingly, this was not the first time Jordan had pulled Austin over for a small offense.
I've told you before, haven't I?
Yes, sir, and I wasn't impaired at that time.
No, you let you go. Can I not?
Because I wasn't impaired, there was no reason to conduct a further investigation.
Honestly, Austin seems completely unable to answer a simple yes, or just go along with the conversation. For him, this is a conflict, and he has to win.
Probably for improper speed, sir.
Right.
45. I was probably going, what? Do you have it documented on your,
I don't recall the speed.
Okay.
I've been you over before.
Yes, sir. And we had a personal issue. And we had a personal conversation at that traffic stop, did we not, sir?
Yep, and I told you you were free to go.
Yes, sir. And that wasn't a personal traffic stop, that was just a traffic stop, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
By saying this, Austin reveals to the camera that Jordan chose to solve his personal matter by stopping Austin in traffic. In short, personal and professional matters were murky and intertwined, unlike Jordan claimed. Again, this could work in Austin's favor if he could prove Jordan was a corrupt cop out for vengeance. Except, this was not the case. Austin truly was drunk that night.
When I'm on duty, nothing with you is personal.
Yes, sir. Doubt that.
Finally, the two made it to the station, but Austin was still denying being DUI.
1830.
What's your suspicion of DUI?
I'm asking you if you're willing to provide a breath sample.
I am inquiring if you're reading the implied consent.
I'll read you a flight.
Thank you, sir.
Implied consent states a simple fact. Austin had a choice to take the breath sample test, but if he declines, his driver's license will be suspended for 1 year on the first-time refusal, and 18 months for the following refusals if his driving license had previously been revoked. His refusal can also be used as admissible evidence in court, so it's not really a choice. Of course, Austin knew this. He was just buying time. At last, he agrees to take the test, but he does not go down easily.
Are you willing to provide a breath sample?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
He said yeah.
It's on your camera, sir.
Yes or no? Just making sure I heard you correctly. Yes or no?
Your microphone here has
Chewy?
heard me correctly.
Outside of the vehicle, there are engines running for these machines.
Why does Austin remind me of a defiant 8th grader?
Yes, sir, but there is a microphone that is positioned right here next to the prison department.
Enough with this stuff, bro. Yes or no?
Your patrol vehicle that is equipped with audio and video has heard me say what I needed to say, sir.
Okay.
So we're gonna play difficult.
I'm not playing difficult with you, sir.
You're not?
No, sir.
So you can't just answer a simple question that I'm
I
clarifying?
answered your question twice already.
No, you didn't.
Yes, sir.
First time you said no.
Okay.
I got here.
So you read me implied consent, correct?
Yes, I did.
Are you conducting your 20-minute observation period of me, sir?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not in direct observation.
Are you relaying any of your observation to any other person?
No, we're going to do our observation period when we get inside.
Sheesh. When Jordan had enough of Austin, he turned off the audio and video so he could watch the tape and learn Austin's answer. Austin simply refused to say yes one more time. How much easier would it have been? Austin Tuning was arrested on Sunday at 2:30 a.m. It was still Sunday morning when the Holly Hill Police Department announced that they would be terminating his contract. Mr. Tuning's employment with the Holly Hill Police Department was subsequently terminated that morning for failing his probation. His drunk driving was a serious enough offense for a cop. After all, one of the things he did the most as a sheriff deputy was arresting people for DUIs. What sort of model are you? But something else tarnished his report. His conflictual attitude, the talking back, and all the attempts to turn the case his way were not exactly traits you'd want a police officer to have. The U.S. has seen its fair share of police brutality, and it's far from seeing an end.
You're going to jail if you don't knock it off. What do you want?
I can't breathe. Please, the knee in my dick. I can't breathe shit.
Bro, get up, get in the car, man.
I will.
Get up, get in the car.
I can't move.
I've been waiting the whole time, man. Get up, get in the car.
Mama.
Get up and get in the car right.
I can't.
From George Floyd to thousands of kids getting harassed and assaulted by cops for no reason, there is a serious problem with police brutality. Many times, it's connected to racial injustice too. It's simply disgusting, and it's the police's duty to sift out the bad seed and make sure they don't employ unhinged people with sick biases or love of violence. What the Holly Hill Police Department did that day was right. You don't want angry drunk drivers protecting citizens. Hopefully, more and more police chiefs will wise up and really look at who they employ. Thanks for watching, you guys. What do you think about Austin Choning case? Did Jordan Capela handle it correctly? Let me know in the comments, and before you go, make sure you like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon. See you next time.